Have you ever stopped to wonder what's really inside your favorite perfume? We think of fragrance as something beautiful, something that makes us feel confident, attractive, even powerful. But what if I told you that throughout history, the world's most coveted scents have also been some of its deadliest? Tonight we're peeling back the layers of history to reveal a world where a single whiff could be your last. Stay with me, because the truth about perfume is far stranger and more dangerous than you ever imagined. Scent is one of the most ancient senses. Long before we had words, we had smells. A single aroma can trigger memories, spark desire, or even warn us of danger. But in the hands of the ambitious, the desperate, or the wicked, scent has also been a tool of power, seduction, and sometimes death. Let's begin in the ancient world, where perfume was more than a luxury. It was a link to the divine. In Egypt, priests and pharaohs believed that certain scents could open the gates to the afterlife. They blended oils and resins with rare spices, creating fragrances so precious they were worth more than gold. But these ancient recipes weren't always safe. Some included ingredients like lead, mercury, and even arsenic, substances we now know are highly toxic. Imagine standing in a temple, breathing in the sacred smoke of Kaifi, a famous Egyptian incense. It smells sweet, almost hypnotic, but hidden in that haze is a slow, silent poison. Worshippers inhaled deeply, never realizing that each breath brought them closer to the gods and to death. As centuries passed, the art of perfumery spread across the world. In ancient Rome, the wealthy bathed in scented oils and sprinkled their homes with exotic fragrances. But even then, the line between beauty and danger was thin. Some Roman perfumes contained ingredients that could cause hallucinations, fainting, or worse. And in the Middle Ages, when the Black Death swept through Europe, people believed that bad smells carried disease. To protect themselves, they wore pomanders, small balls filled with strong-smelling herbs and spices. Ironically, some of these mixtures included toxic substances like camphor and mercury, which did more harm than good. But perhaps nowhere was perfume more dangerous than in Renaissance Italy. Here, scent became a weapon in the deadly game of politics. The Borgia family, infamous for their cunning and ruthlessness, were rumored to use poison perfumes to eliminate their enemies. Imagine a grand ball in Florence. A noble woman dabs a drop of perfume on her wrist, then offers her hand to a rival. Hours later, that rival falls mysteriously ill. Was it just gossip? Or was there truth behind the whispers? In a world where trust was rare and ambition was deadly, even a bottle of perfume could be a tool for murder. The danger didn't stop there. In the 18th and 19th centuries, the science of scent was still in its infancy. Perfumers experimented with new ingredients, searching for the perfect aroma. Some of their discoveries were revolutionary. Others were deadly. White lead, arsenic, and mercury were prized for their ability to make scents last longer or give a powdery finish to perfumes and cosmetics. Women dusted their faces and necks with scented powders, never realizing that each application was slowly poisoning them. The symptoms crept in quietly: headaches, dizziness, hair loss. Over time, the effects became fatal. And it wasn't just women. Men too used scented hair tonics and aftershaves laced with dangerous chemicals. The pursuit of beauty and status came at a terrible price. One of the most chilling stories comes from 19th century France. A mysterious fragrance called La Belle Mort, the beautiful death, became the talk of Parisian high society. It was said to be irresistible, a scent that promised glamour and allure. But those who wore it often fell ill, their health declining rapidly. Doctors were baffled. When they finally analyzed the perfume, they discovered it contained belladonna, deadly nightshade. Just a small dose could cause hallucinations, paralysis, and death. Why would anyone use such a dangerous ingredient? The answer is simple: beauty. Belladonna dilates the pupils, giving eyes a seductive, glassy look. In the pursuit of allure, people risked everything. Perfume wasn't always an accidental killer. Sometimes it was used with deadly intent. In the courts of Europe, assassins laced handkerchiefs, gloves, or even bouquets with lethal scents a rival would inhale, and within hours succumb to a mysterious illness. No fingerprints, no evidence, just the lingering trace of a beautiful, deadly aroma. There are even stories of entire rooms being fumigated with poisonous perfumes, designed to kill anyone who entered. In a world without forensic science, scent was the perfect weapon, silent, invisible, and almost impossible to trace. But the story of deadly scents doesn't end in the distant past. In the early 20th century, as the perfume industry exploded, chemists raced to create new, exciting fragrances. Synthetic compounds like nitrobenzene and coumarin were added to perfumes for their sweet, almond-like aroma. But nitrobenzene, for example, is highly toxic. Prolonged exposure can cause headaches, nausea, and even organ failure. In the rush to innovate, safety sometimes took a back seat to profit and prestige. Perfume houses guarded their formulas fiercely, and the true contents of a bottle were often a closely held secret. Even today, the world of fragrance is shrouded in mystery. Many perfume formulas are protected as trade secrets, their exact ingredients hidden from the public. We trust that what we spray on our skin is safe, but do we really know what's inside? Modern regulations are strict and most known toxins are banned, but the perfume industry is still largely self-regulated. Some people experience allergic reactions, headaches, or even respiratory issues from certain scents. And the rise of natural perfumes has brought new risks. Some plant extracts can be just as dangerous as their synthetic cousins. Let's not forget the psychological power of scent. Why do we risk so much for a beautiful aroma? The answer lies deep in our brains. Scent is tied to memory, emotion, even attraction. A single whiff can make us feel powerful, desirable, alive. Perfume is magic, but as we've seen, every magic has its price. Throughout history, the allure of scent has driven people to extraordinary and sometimes deadly lengths. In the courts of kings and queens, a single drop of perfume could change the course of history. In the salons of Paris, a mysterious fragrance could make or break a reputation. And in the quiet moments of everyday life, the right scent could transform the ordinary into the unforgettable. But the story of deadly perfumes isn't just about the past. It's a cautionary tale for the present and the future. As scientists continue to create new molecules and fragrances, the line between beauty and danger remains razor thin. Today, researchers are developing safe scents in the lab, molecules designed to mimic nature without the risks. But the allure of the forbidden, the dangerous, still lingers. Would you wear a perfume if you knew it could kill? Would you risk everything for a moment of beauty? And what about the future? As technology advances, we may see the rise of smart perfumes, fragrances that change with your mood, your environment, or even your DNA. But with innovation comes new risks. Will we be able to resist the temptation of the next great scent, even if it comes with a hidden cost? So the next time you reach for your favorite perfume, take a moment to wonder, what secrets does it hold? What stories are hidden in its delicate notes? And what price are you willing to pay for beauty? If you found this story as fascinating and chilling as I did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what's the most dangerous thing you've ever done for beauty? Next time you catch a mysterious scent in the air, remember, sometimes the most beautiful things can also be the most deadly.